What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the second part of the series of the plane, the Hummingbird that I designed. So in the first video, as a recap, we covered this engine cover, the electronics, the battery compartment, ailerons, the ends of the wings themselves. And in this video, we're gonna cover everything behind the wings. So all of this stuff right here. Okay, let's get straight into the video. So we're gonna start from the back and move our way to the midpoint. So this rudder design, I'm gonna call a fishtail rudder because it's almost like a fish's tail. That's what I was trying to mimic. So what this rudder attempts to solve is whenever you have a rudder that's only the top section, like an average plane, the plane has a tendency to roll left and right, like roll down like this or roll down like that, because it's off of the center of gravity, right? Since it's only this top section, has a tendency to roll left, roll right. So this aims to solve that altogether by having 50 under, 50 above. What this also solves is it gives you far better control of the rudder. Since this plane is going to be a high speed but also acrobatic plane, you want as much surface area to have as much control as possible. The way this rudder mounts is over here. This is the pivot joint. You're going to have a carbon fiber rod that threads through here. And then I'm going to have the same kind of connector on the ailerons. Over here scavenged off of my old plane. And the servo is right behind here. And this is where the servo rod is going to run through and onto that hitch point. So now I'm gonna go under the cover, 4 inches, right here. These are where the two servos sit. This servo controls the rudder, this one the elevators. They're both on these custom blocks, these blocks over here, that mount straight to the fuselage. And this is the servo horn. Over there is the battery box and everything. And right through here, the servo rod threads through into the rudder. Alright, so moving back to the elevators. The elevators are the same design as the F-14 Tomcat by Grumman. So the elevators move in one singular piece, one big piece. They pivot. They don't have a little hinge over here and they pivot a little piece. As a whole, they pivot. Since it's an interceptor plane, it flies at supersonic speed, but it also has to fly at an average cruising speed. But it also has to have the capability of flying at a lower speed. So you have the whole elevators on a hinge, so it's more controllable at lower speeds, which kind of correlates to my design, since I want it to be a high speed plane like an interceptor, but also maneuverable like an acrobatic plane. So these elevators with their surface area give me the ability to fly at high speeds, but also have a lot of controllability at low speeds. Here I have the hinge right here. That's the hinge. I'm gonna have a bearing inside of this piece, and this is the servo horn for the hinge rod. The hinge goes all as far as it can through both wings, or through both elevators, each side. The elevators sweep back to follow the curvature of the plane. The elevators are also on the midpoint of the plane, right here, halfway down the plane. so they can have better stability at high speeds, because you want the elevators to naturally come back to a certain point. This how the elevators hinge. And this the servo rod. I recreated it on here. It was a little easier. That's the hinging mechanism. Here's another angle where you can see both the servo horns. And this is where you're gonna have the bearing. I wasn't able to make the elevators system complete. Since I'm taking a piece off my other plane, I couldn't recreate that rod, but this is how it hinges. In the next episode, I'm gonna put this through the CFD software, so you guys can get a better idea of how everything flows and how everything works, so I can also get a better idea too. But until then, this is about it. After we do the first CFD computation and video, I'm gonna start making the modifications to the plane, and that's gonna be the 4th video. So the next video you guys are gonna see is about this plane going through CFD software. I'd be expecting that video in about a month, because it takes a really long time to get CFD set up for this. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a lot shorter than the last one, but we didn't have too much to cover on this one. So still, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day.